PFF. We have two PFF topics back to back. Let's start with this one. They gave the NFC West offseason grades. This included the draft, free agency, everything. They gave a 49ers a C plus, which, by the way, I actually kind of agree with that. We've talked a lot
I
about
think
it,
it's fair.
right?
Yeah, I think it's
Completely
fair.
fair.
Pretty reasonable. Yeah.
Okay, well, why do you let's start there. Why do you think it's fair?
Plus, I mean, no first round pick. They didn't get rid of Jimmy. Let's not even talk about Deebo, but I mean, pretty much right there. They didn't make a bunch of moves in free agency. They got Charvarius Ward. Nice. They lost some guys as well. They added to special teams. They didn't get rid of Jimmy. And they got Drake Jackson at the end of round 2. So it's hard to say they were like, they knocked it out of the park this offseason, but you could say that they were, it was, slightly more positive than negative. You could say that. You could say that.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think the biggest thing for me is Jimmy still being on the roster, one, and the whole Deebo debacle. I mean, you've got your best player not happy, right?
Yeah.
It's, to me, it's less about how the draft went, how free agency went, and more that somehow Jimmy's still on this roster getting paid.
Yeah.
Deebo's on this roster. He's not happy about it, and he's not getting paid. That, to me, automatically
and
bumps you down.
Because of the Jimmy thing, the Niners can't anoint Trey Lance yet. And so what they're doing is ignoring all three situations. Deebo Samuel, not included in the season ticket package. Neither is Trey Lance. Neither is Jimmy Garoppolo. It's like the Niners are saying, forget about this. They're not even on the team. Don't even worry about them. Oh, that's cool. Robbie Gould. Let's root for Robbie Gould. I'm getting a Robbie Gould jersey. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Statistically, one of the best kickers ever. Did you know that?
What? They franchise tagged him, Grant.
One good year. Robbie Gould's had at least 11. Give me Robbie Gould anything. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, why would you market the two guys that are the most marketable on your team? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Who scores the most points on the team? Robbie Gould. That's what I thought.
Robbie Gould. Every year.
Every year.
Is Mitch Wishnowsky on any of those tickets?
No, he better be, though. He should be.
I plan on going to the Kansas City game. If Mitch Wishnowsky's not on a ticket, I'm not going to the game. I'm just
snubbed.
It's not going to happen.
Snubbed. Did you see
Jamal said,
kick? Remember when people were talking in like the December that he had a special knuckle kick that would force people to fumble?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like he was the Tim Wakefield of kickers.
That was I think that was Cincinnati. And people, it was like, he can't do that. If he could, he would do it every time. That was the best storyline of the year.
Yeah. So let me get this straight. 14 games into season 3, we've now figured out that he's got a knuckle ball for a kick.
Wishnowsky.
Perfect.
Knuckle punt. Yeah.
Jamal Armstrong. What's up, Jamal? Jamal's my guy. He says, here's one for you. Hufanga and O'Neal Jr. both ran 4.5 or worse. Clearly the 49ers do not value speed. So, in your opinion, what do you value what do they value at safety? Great job, Jesse. You're always killing it. Appreciate you, Jamal.
Like, if they're taking DBs that late, Hufanga 5th round, O'Neal undrafted free agent, you're not going to get a dude who's 210 running a 4.4. I mean, you're going to have to sacrifice something. So, what are they looking for? The best safety at the flea market. I mean, how picky are you going to be? What are you really looking for at the flea market? You're like, you can't be specific. It's like, hey, that guy he played in college. He played college football. Nice. I'm sorry. Like, O'Neal ran like a 4.7, man. I mean, that guy's hella slow. Sorry. I was fast.
And instinctual, though. Also instinctual.
I'm instinctual. I had instincts.
Here's what's crazy about that, though, Grant, is they could have gone with Smoke Monday as an undrafted free agent. He actually is a much faster guy, and he does fit the bill of 6'2", 200 plus. Like, he is that frame.
That's interesting. Can you explain to me why John Lynch is like, yo, safeties don't matter? Like, what are you doing to your own position? It's terrible. It's awful.
Yeah, that would be like Shanahan saying wide receivers don't matter, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't make
sense. I would think so. Yeah.
Like, well, dude, Grant,
you're part of the tribe, man. What are you doing? Sorry. Let's move on.
You're not accustomed to this, but anytime somebody donates, I always give them a little bit of love, and here's how I do it.
That's dope.
I just like to spice it up a little bit.
Jamiroquai track because of copyright issues, but that was definitely in the same spirit.
I actually have played it a million times and I've never once gotten a copyright hit. I probably will now because you brought it up, but never been an
No,
issue.
that's not the song. That's not the song.
Oh no, that's not the song. Yeah. No, I had to switch it up. You're right. All right, let's continue.
Hey,
I know
the production value on this show is so much better than mine. Can I say that? This is great. I love this. This is great.
Seriously. Hey, listen, I tried to bring it up a notch, Grant. I tried to bring it up a notch.
Notches.
Notches. Oh, not just a notch. Notches. Is that like nachos? Notches? I got you.
Multiple notches.
I feel it. All right.
Sound is messed up. Someone's saying our sound is messed up.
Is it?
The YouTube app is messing up.
Is that everybody or is that just one person?
It's Ramon.
How about everybody else? Are we good?
His is better now. Anyway.
Oh, I don't know. All right, we're good. Okay. Here's the issue that I take with this, Grant. I actually do not have an issue with saying that the 49ers were a C+. Where I do have an issue is saying that the Rams were a B-. Let's walk through the Rams offseason for just a second. Okay. 0 picks in the top 100. They lost their left tackle.
Yep.
They lost 2 starting wide receivers.
Yep.
And they lost their second best pass rusher. They replaced them with 1 good wide receiver. They kept their swing tackle, overpaid him possibly to be their left tackle.
Who, Noteboom?
Yeah, Noteboom.
He's better than McGlinchey. I'll give him that. But they got Bobby Wagner.
But he's going to be the left tackle. And then they brought in Bobby Wagner to, sure, they're better linebacker.
They're in the C range too. It's hard to put them above the 9. You could give them a C+. We give them a C. Although I like Wagner. Wagner's nice because they're a soft defense. And that at least helps them match up with the Niners. But yeah, I think B- is like they won the Super Bowl. So let's give them like the benefit of the doubt. Nah, it's like a C, C+. I think everyone in the NFC West kind of just did a whole lot of nothing. Basically. Pretty much. Yeah. AFC was going crazy. NFC West was like, let's just all agree to do nothing.
Equally.
Let's just chill. Check.
Seattle, you in? Arizona, you in?
No, we're trading Russell Wilson. Okay, good.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Good. So way to start this.
We're gonna trade Chandler Jones. Gone. Sweet. Appreciate it.
It's like they had a bid and who could have the worst offseason? And Seattle's like, listen, we're just gonna go all in right away. Russell Wilson, you're out of here.
Yeah. It was like people were competing to lose this division in the offseason. And Seattle was like, we got that.
They definitely won. And by the way, the Cardinals had the same exact grade as the 49ers. They lost, I don't know, one of the best pass rushers in the league. I'm just going to throw that out there. But they did get Hollywood Brown, so there you go.
Don't ridicule the Cardinals because the Cardinals and the Niners are spitting images of each other. And I'm just, hey, someone say, hey, can we answer this 49ers throwback? Because I'm trying to answer that question.
Which one? Where's it at?
At the bottom. Hey, Jesse,
right here?
Rank your teams in the NFC. No, can we do the NFC West?
Yeah, do NFC West. Go ahead.
See, I'm going to say Rams, Cardinals, Niners, Seahawks. And I know it sounds crazy, right? But hold on. Here's why I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Kyler Murray's really good. Yeah, people say he gets hurt. Dude has missed 3 games in his career, all right? They also have a good offensive line in Arizona. The Niners have a quarterback who is unproven, and it's not his fault. It's freaking Kyle's fault for not having the guts to stand up to his team and say, Trey's this freaking starter. Wasted a year. You got an unproven guy who's been on the bench for 2 years and a weak offensive line, a weak pass protection. So, I mean, I'm saying, like, any other team, you would say, like, hey, like, the quarterback hasn't done anything in 2 years and the offensive line isn't great. You're like, ooh, that doesn't sound great to me. But the Niners, they were in the NFC Championship game, give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know, man. I feel like this is going to be – we're going to talk about it later, but I feel like the Niners had a choice. When you go with Trey Lance, you're going to have 1 year where you could potentially take a step back. And they probably should have done it last year. But they're like, nah, our jobs are on the line. And they went with Jimmy, and they almost made it to the Super Bowl, but they didn't. And now they got to do it this year. And they know it. And that's why they're going young at hella positions, because they're like, you know what? Could be 12-5. Also could be 7-10. And, you know, It's just part of the process. And we shouldn't even freak out if we're 7-10 because Josh Allen was 5-6 his rookie year. It's just part of the process. It's what they signed up for when they got the youngest quarterback in the league by far. So I'm not saying they're going to be 7-10, but they could be. And they know it. They know it.
But to your point, if that is the case, it's not that big of a deal because they did make the playoffs last year, right?
Exactly.
Like they bought themselves a year.
Yes, they could have gone. It's the growing pain year. Call it like one step back to take two steps forward. They could have done it last year. We said they should have done it last year. They disagreed. They almost pulled it off, but they didn't. And now they got to pay for it. I mean, there's consequences for your decisions. There are. If they had played Trey Lance 10 games last year, I'd be looking at the Niners like, okay, all right. You got a young up-and-coming quarterback. You know exactly what he is. This is a team that's definitely going to the playoffs, maybe winning the Super Bowl. But no, you didn't do that. There's consequences. Now, maybe they'll get hot second half of the season to take off. They could. They did last year. I don't know. It's a hell of a schedule, though. It's just a bitch of a – excuse me.
You're fine. You're fine.
It's a bitch of a schedule. I'm so sorry. It's tough.
No, it definitely is. And just for you 49ers throwback, if you go back to not this last Tuesday, but the Tuesday before, Sunil and I did something similar with ranking all the NFC teams. So if you want to watch that, you can. But if we're going NFC West, I was with you. Remember last year you picked the Cardinals to, I think, go to the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
I did. They started off high.
But I don't think that was actually that bad of a pick. I actually had the Cardinals finishing second in the division last year, and people thought I was off my rocker. Now that ended up happening, but they almost won the division. This year, I think the Cardinals are different.
They were hard to beat when Hopkins was healthy.
They were. But that's to your point, though, Grant.
Yeah,
he's suspended for 6 games.
He is,
and they also lost Chandler Jones. That's huge.
Yeah, it's true. The Niners got an opportunity, man. They really have a golden opportunity. It's such a bad year to take. Last year would have been a better year to take a step back. This year is just wide open. The NFC West is the Red Sea post-Passover, and the Niners are like, not this year. Like, no, not now. But
this is the year.
But I mean, they can't go back and undo not playing Trey Lance. They just can't. And they can give him as many practice reps as possible this year, but he needs game reps. And look, maybe he's just going to hit the ground running like Patrick Mahomes. He might. He just freaking might. But I mean, that's a lot to expect.
Listen, if that cannot be the expectation. That is the exception, not the rule. Let's be clear about that. We got another one. 49ers Daddy says, you both are the best. This Lance slander has gone too far. I can't wait to pull up receipts when Trey Lance proves them wrong. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think it's gone way too far. Absolutely. We're actually going to talk a little bit more about it later, but it's certainly gone too far. And the issue I have is not having an opinion that differs from mine. It's having an opinion that differs from mine. And then also to back your opinion, you just flat out lie. Like that's not the way to win. So that's where I have the issue.
Always bad to flat out lie. I learned that as a kid.
Was that one of the things that you were taught?
Small lies, okay, but flat out lies, no.
That's where I draw the line, Grant.
I draw the line at flat out.
All right, let me give both of y'all some love real quick. I appreciate it.
Nice.